What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular view, I'm reviewing is Loving You Is Wrong Season 2, but this is Episode 3. And shout out to my YouTube fam. And also, if you just want to be part of my fam, don't forget, sorry y'all, it's late at night, but don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video. You know, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, even pin it. Sometimes I use pin it. Or, what else other place there? But Facebook and Twitter, and of course Google Plus. So, let's get into this. Excuse me, y'all. Now, Marcy, just get her out the way, finally makes an appearance in the middle episode. Which, for some reason, it should have been hashtag Where's Marcy? Because she kind of, considering that she was the one who was betrayed just as much as more than Brad. Well, actually, just much, kind of the same level as Brad. But the thing is, we see her for 2 seconds, but if she didn't go and visit Kelly at her job to just see how she's doing, let her know, you know, she's just trying to find her way, she's lost, she needs a compass. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, nobody's called Marcy. Kelly, in the middle of the episode, I understand because also she was keeping the kids, but it seemed like if they would have even shown Natalie or Essie, they still would have checked all on Kelly. I mean, not Kelly, excuse me, Alex. I mean, is it simply because Alex has like the I'm innocent and just all of a sudden I got turned down and which is a weakness of the moment, but I'm still a good person, even though I'm trying to say the calendar days don't match up. I had plenty of smiley faces and stars on the days where I got that triple A grade D, but at the same time, I'm trying to say the dates don't match up. Okay, so. But yeah, it seemed like Alex, like I said, because, you know, she is the one who uses brown sugar and, you know, some of her items that she cooks and just gives the appearance as like the innocence of it all. But even though Marcy, you know, would they treat it, and I know this is a little off subject, but would they treat Marcy different, say, if she, you know, even though she's married as well, it seemed to me they having, like I said, a little more sympathy because, I don't know, because also Alex has kids and she's with child, because like I said, Marcy's married as well, and like I said, Marcy was supposed to be good friends with Alex, were just friends period, or even their husband soldiers, but they were best friends. And for that to be that type of betrayal, and somehow Alex is given, you know, she's not a thought, and she is just considered okay in terms, it's just like it gets a pass. Y'all a little too trusting, whatever, you know. Natalie, you back with Lucius. Essie, well, we ain't gonna count her, but I mean, Kelly, well, she broke up with Travis, but I'm just saying is, the only one who actually is in a relationship or whatever is Miss Natalie. So, Natalie, you know, apparently, Alex, she does not discriminate, and, I'm just saying, you know, she made like, you know, isn't a Randall a crime a psychiatrist? She may want to. Okay, I know I'm not just going random, but I'm just saying is after that to go to that amount of trail, the trust, even though the friendship you could say could be separated from her actions. The fact is that all this time she still was pretending to be Marcy's friend when Marcy was confessing to everybody and just drunk about my husband cheating, blah blah blah. It's just that it's almost like there was no guilt there still, you know. She still, even after suspicion started coming up, it wasn't like she had stopped. Remember a couple times she still was tipping toe out to the Randall in the shed at nighttime, 3 a.m. in the morning, you know. All right, so anyways, y'all, we sat there and we continued to see, you know, the unraveling. Now, Brad, interesting that we're gonna get into it in a minute because we don't know in the next episode is what happened to Red, but the way they're making it seem like is if somebody got shot, but we don't know if it's a flesh wound. We don't know if somebody, there's, you know, caution tape around, you know, the back of Brando's and formerly known as Marcy's house. I don't know what's going on around there. There's a house in the backyard. We don't know what's going on. But let's see here, because really the story, let's get into this thing with the intertwined, this Lucius, Natalie, and Josie's story, right? And now we got Natalie, you know, Joey is getting ready to try to look for jobs. And, you know, at first, Lucius said, you know, we got a tie, whatever, you want to try for a job. You know, Joey's really seemed like really trying to stay away from the wrong path, right? So, Lucius trying to give him a tie, and he like, no, I'm straight, stuff like that, whatever, right? Lucius like, okay, are you fine? Are you sure? Are you sure? Even his brother, little brother, Joey's brother was like, bro, you look right with the tie. And then, they were questioning, did he know how to tie the tie? But, so, all of a sudden, he did just, but then Natalie started saying this. She was like, you know what? I wish if your father could have been there, he would have shown you how to tie. I can't show you how to be a man. Joe was like, alrighty, man, I'm grown, I'm straight, mom, I'm trying to do the right thing, whatever. But she just saying this is just basically like certain stuff. If his father was present or whatever, because she felt like, I think she said something about a man that she put the man, his father in front of her, or some man in front of him, and just saying like, I can't teach you to be a man. A man can only teach you to be a man, type of thing, type of speech. But she's someone that's proud, and they have the brace moment. And then when he looks in the classified, it's a job that pays $18 an hour. Which is a good start. But I guess, it's not the requirements. I guess it's your health and possibility, your life expectancy might be shortened by working at this place. Because when Natalie was saying, like, you're not going to work there, I know that you pay well, but, you're paying is with your life, basically. Because she's saying, this job deals with, like, chemicals. It's not true. Joey's, like, looking at it like from the angle, like, this is enough where it's a decent amount of money, you know what I'm saying? And especially, like I said, I guess it's him starting off with this type of job and not having experience, CDLs, nothing. He was just going to get paid nicely. And later on, we see he goes to the person and he didn't spell volume correctly or something. And the man asked him, but he seemed like he was kind of in a way desperate to get work, because even though it was all these errors, not completing the right, a couple paragraphs, the man was willing to like work. He was like, okay, he just wanted references. And he said he used to work at Fatburger because he seen the gap between, 3 years. And he said, I used to work at Burger Fast with it, right? And he's like, okay, well, you know what? He like this with his glasses and everything, right? Like, you know what? I'm going to call him right now. You're going to call him right? Hold on. Okay, just give me the number. So he's trying to get Jackie when the man calls or whatever, or maybe speak to your boss. The boss is like, if you don't have references, then you can't have this job. This is a tense job, whatever, right? Natalie picks up the phone, and like I said, he was still trying to tell the dude, or the guy who was interviewing him, put Jackie on the phone. The problem was, Natalie picked up the phone, and once she found out the place was their way of like protecting, because she was like, you know what, put Joey, put him on the phone. And at the same time, Joey's trying to be professional, and he's like, I just need a reference, but Natalie's still saying, did not tell you not to go there. Your uncle had cancer, somebody else had cancer, whatever, because that plant is nothing but a death wish. So even though Joey's like basically like, okay, whatever, just give me references, like, I'm a grown man, mama. I'm grown, okay? I can put my drawers on. I know how to probably wipe myself when I go to bed, okay? But I'm just saying is, he was just on that. I mean, he wouldn't say all that, but he just was like, he didn't say it, but you could tell, like, he was like, mama, you ain't gonna do this. But she did it, because she said, yeah, he was in jail. He got a record. He had stole. And he got Jackie in the background, like I think he was cooking meth and had baking soda and was cooking cocoa, whatever, on Thursday through Friday. And she just said, so basically, when he got off the phone, because he heard a couple things that they said, and the man was like, record? Still? What? So Joey's like, do I get a job? And the guy's just like, we'll get back to you. So I don't know whether or not, but the job is like just so hired desperate to get people because of the dangers, and maybe other people know about it. Who knows? He still might get hired any darn way just because he's so willing to still work there, even with all the darn warnings. And if if they're doing a high turnover job that pays $18 an hour, something to think about. I'm just saying, might be some problems. So here we go with Eddie. And we kind of find out, besides probably the effects of war and traumatic syndrome, post-traumatic disorder. I'm not saying it correctly, y'all. I do not want to let the stuff I learned in psychology go to waste. But you know what I'm saying? Something's wrong there. And then we find out some extra shit is wrong, and he could be self-medicated. So anyways, y'all, we see that, how he wants to pick something with Lucius. Lucius is basically like, okay, I may have gotten this job, but that still means I'm not going to kiss your ass, bro. That's the mentality Lucius is. It's like, okay, and that's pretty much what he is. Now, he got an extra biscuit, sausage, egg, muffinish type of breakfast biscuit that was in the bag. He trying to offer it to Eddie like, dude, I got it. And he's like this, oh, did you pay for it? And here go Lucius like, no, my lady gave me that. You know that's stealing, right? You know he always contradicts himself because he's always so quick to let you know what's illegal and not illegal, but yet he's the most corrupted mofo on this goddamn show. Can we say that? Can we all agree? Some of us, most of us, maybe a few. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, he's basically like this. You know, so when the dude spot, he was like, well, you know, Lucius like, I'll just sit down, and he sits down, you know, the little bench thing. Here, Eddie got the nerves. Now, it wouldn't be a problem anyway. Now, I don't, you know, you knocking somebody's food out the hand, you know, if y'all notice the black ink, people getting slammed and shit for a piece of chicken with being thrown on the floor. I'm just saying, and even though this is scripted, we know of, Eddie got nerves to pimp slap the damn biscuit sandwich out of his hand. And he's like, what the hell? I mean, what the hell? And here go Eddie. What you think you're going to eat? Eat in front of me? And he's comparing the trash the breakfast sandwich to how basically Lucius didn't let him get away with taking care of his business, okay, y'all? And did y'all notice in the previous, I didn't know he was talking about the cereal gun. I thought he was talking about using it towards Rando. I could have sworn when I looked at the previews before they started opening credits and stuff, that he was telling basically Brad to finish Alex. Was that correct? Oh, okay. But anyways, he basically like this, and he basically like, you know what, you know, warning him and all his face and stuff like that. You know what, Lucius was like, okay, you know what, you want some bullshit? I ain't got time for this. And he, you know, the locker thing, and, you know, he goes to his locker. That's what I'm about to say. And so, Luke, you know, Eddie, like I said, trying to intimidate somebody, try to go for the arm, and Lucius just like, bro, you don't scare me. Don't come at me like that, and you ain't gonna scare me. And here Eddie, you know, for a second, even though you're intimidated, you could tell, like, he realized Lucius is not, you know, ain't about to, he felt like Eddie just, like, been forced, you know how to corrupt, you know how to go over the laws, you know, destroy the laws, whatever, and just go through all these loopholes and still keep his position despite how messed up he is. And so, anyways, he basically like this, well, you know, brother, this and that, you know, I was just playing, blah, blah, but still had this evil look on his face and basically threatened, like, you know, you better pay by the rules, or, you know, you could lose your job, whatever, you know, and went past him, like, you know, don't touch me, bro, whatever. And it made me think about it, like, I seen season 1, and maybe he's forgot a few things, because the last time I checked, and some of us also checked as well, that actually he was very, you know, he's during there was making out with the grass and dirt on the ground Essie's house, or maybe the house they lived together before a previous set of divorce, because her ex-boyfriend was basically, you know, kind of like had him, you know, on the ground, you know, he was under the fist, okay? So I kind of was warning, like, Eddie just seemed like, you know, and Eddie, I'm just saying all that junkie talk, you know, it's really like the power is in that uniform, that badge, and like I said, whatever dirt he probably has on folks that allows him to do the loopholes where people are intimidated by him. And Lucius is like, Lucius was in the war too and stuff, right? So he basically like, you know, like, okay, whatever. He see Essie's in the hallway, and Essie just asking how he's doing, but she appreciated him being there for him the night before, you know, trying to almost calm Eddie down from not doing, you know, all this mess, right? And he just like, you know, like he like, you know, Eddie on some other stuff or whatever, and, you know, Essie's like, you know, just calm down or something. And he was like, he was saying like, Lucius was trying to do the right thing and reporting him, I think, to the RS or something. I forgot what he was talking about, but she was like, you know, don't do that, whatever, you know, basically like calm down, because, you know, you don't want to mess with Eddie the wrong way. And then here Eddie's like, okay, some little smart coming, my bitch or something, I'm gonna roll my bitch or something, and we're going in the car. And then Eddie them cruising the car, right? And he's like, basically, you know, can I trust you? And then Lucius like, yeah, whatever, I'm your partner. And, you know, Eddie's still trying to, you know, intimidate him, like, basically, like, I'm the boss, and, you know, I got your balls, okay? And so, you know, I control everything, you keep it up. So to test his loyalty, coincidentally we see that dude, we're gonna call him O, because I don't know his name, and a couple of dudes in the car, because he just knows that they up to something, right? And Lucius is like, before even seeing the people, the dudes, whatever, he was like, you know, you just up here just assuming stuff, stereotypes and whatever, right? And it turned out to be O, and then he puts basically like Eddie did, you know, like search, put a car to search, and you know, because first he said something like Lou or something, and then Eddie kind of figured that they might possibly know each other, and Lou just was like, no, they straight, whatever, you know, because O had the part like, you know, I ain't trying to do things because me and Joey go way back, whatever. So like I said before, I'm still kind of contemplating like it might have been just a good coincidence, or he could have known the people there. But like I said, we don't know, was it one or two people? We still don't know who was, you know, who was under the mask. You know, will we ever know, or is that kind of be one of those plots to be written off? But, you know, but we still don't know. But apparently, obviously, now he was to keep the job. So even though she's talking about no, Joey don't keep no, Joey take the money back, she obviously did keep the money and give it back to that man because she's still up there at Burger Fast, right? We seen it, okay? But so he let them go, and so you know, I mean, Eddie let the dude go, whatever. So the only way why Lucius is not to kiss Eddie's ass, he was concerned about Joey and maybe retaliation on him. You know, I'm just saying, just basically like this. That's who he was concerned about. So, you know, so Eddie was like, you know, I think they had a car to talk, and Lucius was like, you know what? Why in the world just sit here and basically like, you know, they weren't doing nothing wrong, okay? And then I don't know all this stuff coming. I don't know if Eddie had it already on him, or this is stuff that he gotten from his pocket. And from his pocket, we see a little packet of some China White or whatever in his hand, right? Like, this is the code. Well, you think of that, you know, and then I got connects and blah, 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 right? Talking about, right? And Eddie, all of a sudden, just 1 minute, we see a magic trick, okay? We see the blow in the little packet, right? And the magic was, it was going to disappear in one of Eddie's nostrils, which kind of explains also the reason why his ass is always like this and shit, because he is addicted to cocaine. Okay, so on the other hand, we sat there and he trying to give it to Lucius stuff like, Lucius like, I'm straight. You do that. That's you. And Eddie's just like, he's only one way or right way, whatever, left, right, left foot, left hand. Okay. And then next minute, as soon as he's talking about it, and I'm thinking like, dude, oh gosh, you driving, you doing way too much, okay? So all of a sudden, we got, you know, he has in his hand, and I know this is so minor, but it stood out to me, y'all, because the money, you could tell, was so fake, okay? It looked not like American currency. I was like, is that Canadian? Vietnamese dong? What is that? Okay? I was wondering, like, what type of currency? He's like, you know what, do you want this bread to just cut us this much money? And it looked at, like I said, like, you know, you could just tell. I mean, it was $50, but it was a little too much green in the middle. I'm just saying, you know, you could tell was fake. And Lucius like, you know, get that away, because, you know, Eddie just saying, like, you know, what do you think we do this for? You know, how this arrogance is about him, blah, blah, blah. I got the money. King Kong got shit on me. Woo, 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 you know, that type of speech, whatever. And then he's even trying to say, are you wasting blow on the floor? Do you want to play Lucius like this? Even trying to handle the money. Now, you know, he was high as hell, because Eddie went from intimidating him, going to lose his job and all this other stuff, to offering him, like, here's your cut and all this other stuff, whatever, right? And, but I'm just saying, maybe the high was getting to his head, but I'm just saying this, it kind of explains why Eddie be somewhere else a lot of times, okay? Because the man has a drug habit. So, woo, okay. And, you know, so, but, you know, that's what he's saying about, you know, you got to play the game right. You got to play the game right type of thing, I think. And I think that's how it kind of ended with that story. So now, that's pending, right? Now, let's get the drum roll, the last part. Like I said, Marcy just visited Kelly and, you know, whatever. And we're going to talk about this little part about Kelly before we talk about the Brad thing situation with Alex. Because they kind of were in the episode, but they kind of weren't. So like I said, Marcy just wanted to, you know, see and let her know that she was doing. Like I said, I don't know why nobody texted her. I don't think Kelly said text. Nobody, at least, you know, Facebook, you know, send a message on Facebook for her, or, you know, send her a DM on Twitter or nothing. So, anyway, we have another scene that Kelly, you know, is watching, still, checking up on Aspen, let her know her kids are doing well. The kids is asking, like, why are we over here? And to make a long story short, the little girl was like, the daughter was like, Brad and Alex Doll was like, well, I know we over here because they're fighting. Because, the girl was like, Haley was trying to say, like, you know what? They're happy and they're talking about how much they love you so much. These questions. These kids ain't stupid. They know how to use an iPad and know how to down, an iPad by the time they're 2 months old nowadays. And we talking about the newest one. We ain't talking about the oldest one. We ain't talking about the 3rd or 4th generation, okay? with this stuff. So, I forgot what generation iPhones meant to say. But Mama, Apple. But what I'm saying is that these kids are all smart. So, of course, they're asking why. They know something is weird because they probably just occasionally see Kelly's son, Justice. And they end up, talking about parents. And then Justice said something about he's been trying to call his dad. At first, I thought, I've been new since last season that Travis is not, Justice's biological dad. And I thought Justice was like, that was just me, that referring to when he was trying to get in touch with his dad, that he was actually trying to get in touch with his biological dad, and he wasn't answering the phone. Because I thought as much as Travis kept trying to come over there and all this other stuff, whatever, even though Kelly kept saying, but there's still feelings there and stuff like that. So I thought that maybe to impress her, because he was saying like, we'll at least keep a relationship for the sake of our son, for the sake of Justice and stuff like that. So I thought he was still keeping contact with him, to get brownie points. And, to have some nasty time again with Miss Kelly, okay? So all of a sudden, it turns out later on we see Travis comes over there again, and he, because she calls him because she finds out that he wasn't talking to, because Kelly was assuring Justice that he's gonna call you again, don't you worry about it. So I think she called Travis to be like, okay, why are you not having contact with him and stuff like that? And basically Travis like it's not going to make a difference or something like that. Like lying to him doesn't make sense to lie to him and stuff like this situation. But he still thinks a chance because a couple seconds later, in between, right before, right after, because I forgot what happened. Which happened beforehand. But he still thinks that chance. He tried to go for the kiss Kelly. She was like, She was ducking down just like he had the flu or fever, okay, or both, Or she touched him, she was gonna get cooties and shit. And he just like, still taking a chance. She said something about, closed legs or something, whatever, closed mouth and closed legs or some comment. But basically, nah, bro, you still on punishment, whatever. We're not gonna be together again. And coincidence, here comes Jasmine. Here comes Travis's mom, and she's thinking like, oh heck no, now you gotta need your mom over here. And she's like, I ain't got time for the answer, because she first about to close the door like, y'all can take that outside. And Jasmine also know Travis' mom comes in there like, no, we need, this got something to do with you. So now she all of a sudden has seen the light the other day, that she truly understands that she loves her son Travis, and you are good for them, and that's what I realized. And Travis is smiling because he figured like this will actually give him, like I said, some some cool points, okay. And that doesn't impress Kelly. That's actually more uncertain, because the fact is it does make it seem like on cue that she all of a sudden comes over there because she wanted to find Travis, and comes over there, and we already know he was even bold enough to bring his fiance over there, to the house after, what I'm saying, like she told him, to bring over, we can have some teas and cookie that I got from IKEA and stuff. So I don't think they sell IKEA, but what I'm saying, my new furniture I got from IKEA and shit. But I'm just saying, he's that bold. So it's not gonna make it a difference, say that if he was this possibility that he invited his mom over to the house. That's all I'm saying. So she leaves, and she's just like, we'll go. But before he left, Justice came, and Justice is like, and Brad and Alex came with kids too, and he's like, you're not gonna say anything for her? He was like, you ain't calling me, whatever, whatever. But he hugs him or whatever the thing is, and they decide to have a talk or something around that time as well, that he admits to him that biologically that's not his dad. He's like, you have one dad, and God and God, man and woman made a child. I didn't, me and your mom didn't create you. In other words. So, but he still like wants to say he's going to be just a slight table, play basketball, baseball, whatever he's playing with and everything and whatever. And when he leaves, Kelly does begin to cry, and when the kids leave the room, whatever. So this and that, but the kids are still at the house, whatever. But I think they even seen that day that Travis came. They, I think the girl, Brad and Alex Doll was saying like, okay, I seen Daddy's car, across the street, should we go over there? And Kelly's like, no, and she's right about that. Now let's go to the Alex Kelly Brad, soap opera part. Now Brad, they pick up where Brad is going, in front of, got the gun in his hand, is about to, he's like, enough is enough, about to go take care of Randall, right? And Randall, which should have left even when he got the ass beating from the back even then, what Eddie was planning on doing, Brad didn't do it anyway. Brad kicked in that door, looking all across, Randall, 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 okay? He looks in the shed, of course he's not in the shed. They never show where Randall went. He's seen that boat he's been working on, been up to polishing, polish whatever. And with the axe, we've seen at least about 5 times he found the axe. And I first thought maybe possibly that Randall might have been gullible, a little bit stupid, to probably be in the boat. Because he looks at the boat and he just starts at putting the axe on. Brad just kept hitting the axe. But I didn't see nothing break. I didn't see nothing break down or nothing. Just kept on. It was still not, and I was just like, oh, dude, you're just going to keep doing that or what. But that's how the way I guess he could put his anger on that. And it's a good thing he didn't put on Alex despite the fuckery that she calls. But at the same time, that was that. So, next thing we know, next morning, and we're not talking about, the sun just start popping up and the birds chirping. It looked like it was damn near about 1 p.m. during the day, okay? So I don't know if he took breaks, but it looked like he was the exact same spot he was the last night or whatever the night before. And Randall's coming in, looked like got some brownie paper towel and stuff like that. And he decides to go back in and look suspicious, like, why is my door kicked in? And he decides to actually go in the house. He just looked like as if he went to the grocery store in Florida somewhere and came back, whatever. The reason why I said that is because he was just acting like, okay, I got my ass beat, and, by 2 dudes, and, everything will be peachy creamy tomorrow. But that's pretty much how he was, because he just came in there and looked to do the house, and then when he sees the back, he sees Brad, and Brad is still axing that damn boat, and then all of a sudden, Brandon's just like, he's like this, just like this, basically like, oh, my bad, but everything that he did, I'm sorry. So, of course, they get in a tussle, whatever, back. Yeah, like I said, they go into a tussle, back and forth with the gun. No, first it's like a tussle, my bad. No, first, Brad gives an uppercut to the gut, and then, on top of that, Alex got that feeling and feels like it says that Brad is still over there, and, I don't know, all this time, maybe she had to take a shower, think about it, and, get dressed. But like I said, it looked like it was several hours went past by, whatever. And then all of a sudden you see Randall, like I said again, sorry y'all, it get cut off for some reason when I was doing the thing. I first thought the whole video didn't film, but thank goodness most of it is there. But yeah, so she goes over there, and she's hearing the gunshot. The lady with the dog again, that's always there at the right time to make that phone call when some drama goes down. I guess was like, oh Lord, or something like that. And I think she's getting ready to make that call to 911 again. And, as far as some type of, vials of gunshots going over there. So pretty much it ends where Alex goes over there to the backyard, because like I say, Randall and Brad are wrestling with, the gun, whatever, gun that somehow goes off. And it just leaves Waz to my no. And then next minute they say, like I said, the credits. So anyway, y'all, his couple catch words is Lucius. If he does, will he end up like checking Eddie or something like that, or having to save his life again, or will he eventually start going to corrupt it to only keep his job or whatever, just to support some family, not because he owns some other stuff like Eddie is. But then on top of that, there's questions: does Joey get the job, or is him and this girl go? But it's a lot of questions. Is somebody gonna text Marcy? That's what I'm gonna wonder again. It's like Marcy just seemed like you would think that she the one who somehow is in the wrong, because it's like the moment now everybody just like, we're not gonna do a waiting exhale moment with you and care and stuff like that and tell you count on me, nothing. It's just was like, oh, okay, you here? Kelly was like, oh, here, it's nice to see you, but you really weren't my concern, even though you were the one that was betrayed. And Natalie, yes, he hasn't called. I'm just like, what the hell? Oh, gosh. But yeah, a lot of questions. You know, stuff like that. You know, that can go on. But we'll see in the next episode. Y'all have a pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. And I definitely see y'all next video. All right, take care.